Hello, Bill. I'm Bill. Still, I live by my own laws. For starters, you cannot have sex with a boy unless he has bollocks and spunk coming out of his cock. Good one for boys. I think teenage boys are very attractive, and there's plenty I'd love to shag. There are a hell of a lot of teenage boys I would love to have sex with. But the point is, sex is all about spunk. It's all about big knobs. Gay sex is all about having a big knob, well, a decent sized fucking knob, and spunk coming out of your cock. That's what gay sex is about, spunk, basically. Before puberty, there's not really a great deal you can do with a child. Seriously, as for gay sex, about puberty, there's not really much you can do with a child before puberty, because they only have a little pencil dick. Before puberty, children have very little penises. That they don't actually get very hard, do they? These little kiddies penises, sort of thing. Little pencil sticks. Not a lot you can do with it. What you can do? Flick a matchstick, man. What do you want to do? Flick a matchstick? What, you can use a pair of tweezers to wank it off? You want to use a pair of tweezers to wank it off? There's not really a lot you can do with before puberty. And if you want to fuck a kid up the arse, if you want to fuck a prepubescent kid up the arse, we've got to put fucking sellotape around him so that his fucking arse, so that his stomach doesn't explode. His arsehole's too fucking small. It's like, it's like sticking a mallet to a keyhole or something. You can't fuck a little kiddie up the arse because his arse his anus, his bum is too small. Maybe very cute. Believe me, I've always had a cute bum, even when I was a kid. I think kids have cute bums, don't you? Except when they're wearing nappies. Anyway. But the point is, you can't fuck a kid up the arse if he's got a small hole. The hole's too small to fuck up the arse. A kid might be fucking beautiful. Believe me, my nephews and nieces are very fucking gorgeous. But the point is, you cannot fuck a kid up the arsehole, can you? And you can't really wank off a kid because their penises are a little bit small. And there's no spunk, is there? There really is no spunk in a child's penis, is there? You can't exactly suck off a child because you'd get their penis stuck in your teeth or something. They're a little bit small, you see, kids are. But anyway, you reach puberty, 13 or 14. Oh, by the way, it's Easter, isn't it? Have a Nagila. Hey, do you want to see the proof? Have a Nagila, Mazel Tov. Mazel Tov. I think bar mitzvahs are a fucking good idea, by the way. Yes, I'm Jewish. My heart is Joseph. My name is William Joseph Bailey. Did I tell you about that joke? A Christian came up to me today. He says, Jesus loves you. Actually, one of my mates, it was Andy Buxton, actually. He sent me a text message. He said, Jesus loves you. Yeah. And I thought to myself, yeah. Well, Plato likes you. But anyway, yeah. I mean, they go on harp on about this crucifixion business, don't they? About Jesus got crucified. And I say to myself, yeah, Jesus got crucified 2,000 fucking years ago. Have you an idea how many million Jews died in a fucking concentration camp, you fucking whining little fucking maggot? You whining little fucking maggots. And Jesus died for you. He got crucified 2,000 years ago. And I think, yeah, fuck you, you fucking cunts. How many fucking Jews were fucking murdered? Children, mothers, fathers, mothers and fathers and children, little babies, literally, little baby children, little kiddies. In Auschwitz, in Germany, they had concentration camps in the Second World War. And millions, hundreds of millions, literally, tens of millions, I don't know how many millions, but about tens of millions of fucking Jews got fucking executed in fucking Auschwitz and Belsen and all those other fucking concentration camps that we were stuck in. You forget all that, don't you? That's no big deal for you fucking Christians, is it? You don't even think about it, do you, you fucking Christians? Oh, Jesus died for you 2,000 years ago. Yeah? Well, Jesus was fucking Jewish, you moron. So Jesus was fucking Jewish, all right? Happy Easter, whatever you could call it. He was a Jew boy, practicing Judaism. Love thy neighbour, give peace a chance, that kind of thing. That's what Judaism's all about in a way, isn't it? Loving the neighbour, love thy neighbour, give peace a chance. You know, stuff like that. Bit hippie, really, the Jews are. I love them, actually. You know why Jews wear skull caps? Because if they took them off, their brains would explode. So the reason Jews wear skull caps, if they took off the skull caps, the brain would explode. I love you fuckers. I really do. Very much so. But you carp on every fucking year, or every fucking day. In fact, every fucking day. You're in the streets, aren't you, and all that shite. You hold on, Jesus loves you, Jesus loves you, Jesus died for you on the fucking cross. I say, fuck you, you fucking cunts. How many fucking millions of fucking Jews were executed by Adolf fucking Hitler in the Second World War? Hundreds of millions, tens of millions of Jews were fucking stuck in fucking gas ovens. I can't shout, I've got neighbours. Tens of millions of Jews were fucking stuck in fucking gas ovens. Mothers, fathers, grandfathers, little children, mothers, fathers and grandfathers, all stuck in the fucking gas ovens in the concentration camps in the Second World War. You don't remember that, do you? You fuckers. Do you really think I'd give a shit about Jesus? Mazel tov. There's something else I was going to say. Oh yeah, about bar mitzvahs. I think bar mitzvahs would be a fucking good idea, actually. It's 2016, isn't it? It's Easter Saturday, 2016, or Easter Sunday now, probably, 2016. 24th, oh, so somewhere in March, anyway. Not 2016. I'm just saying, Jews, bar mitzvahs are a fucking good idea, you know, they really are. When you're 13, in Judaism, you become an adult, you become regarded as an adult, which means that you are old enough to make your own decisions. Because actually, when you're 13, or as a human being, as a boy or a girl, do girls have bar mitzvahs in Judaism? I don't know much about that. In fact, I don't know much about Judaism yet. I know a lot, you know what I mean? About the history and all that. You can teach me. I can't read their fucking writing, I tell you, it's a fucking scribble to me. I can't read the fucking writing, it's a fucking scribble to me. And they're writing backwards for some reason. Why do the Jews write backwards? How the fuck can you translate that? To me, when I look at Jewish writing, for instance, it looks like a little squiggle, a little thing. It's like Chinese writing, that's all. It's completely mad. The whole world's completely mad. So many countries have their own alphabet, sort of thing. The way of writing, like Jews write from right to left. We write from left. In the English language, we write from left to right. And Jews write from right to left, don't they? Backwards, sort of thing. I can't read their fucking writing anyway. Were you a doctor or something? I'm just saying, Jews have bar mitzvahs when a boy is 13 or 14 years old. Well, I think it's 13. I thought it was 14, but I was watching something that said 13 on one of the documentaries on YouTube. I mean, look at the Jewish documentaries on YouTube. Yeah, you're 13 when you become an adult in Judaism. That's actually when you go through puberty, basically. When you go from being a child to being an adolescent, for instance. Well, I'm English. I'm British. I'm English. I don't know about mitzvahs, but in England, like where I live, Hatfield, Hertfordshire. When I was a teenager, when I got past 13, when I got to 13, I became a teenager. You see, that's not a child and I'm not an adult. You see, in Britain actually, at the age of 13, you become a teenager. You see, in Britain, the old days, we used to call it being teenage. You ever heard of a teenage? Have you? You ever heard of a teenage? Because in Britain, we have this thing that a boy becomes a teenager when he's 13, and a boy becomes an adult when he's 18. That was the thing in Britain, wasn't it? That's the thing in Britain, sort of thing. But nowadays, you think you become an adult at 16, isn't it? No, because the age of consent for gay sex, actually, the age of consent for gay sex, fucking lucky now. I'll tell you about that later. Do you know it's actually illegal to have gay sex during after Victorian times? I'll tell you about that later. I might tell you about it now. Anyway, I'll finish the story about the Jews. I know about life, about Britain. It's like, you know, when you get to 13, you become a teenager. That's when you start smoking cigarettes and drinking beer, isn't it? So when you're a teenager, when you're 13, 14, That's when you start smoking cigarettes and you start drinking beer, innit? And then you find yourself a girlfriend or boyfriend or whatever. And then when you're about, and then you sort of like have sex. Actually, a good point, yeah. I was talking about, for the virgin boys and girls in the world. Right, can I give you one little piece of advice? For the virgin boys and girls in the world, 13, 14, whatever, 12, 13, 14, I don't know how old you are. But anyway, when you first have sex, when you lose your virginity, lose it with somebody round about your same age. Mate or a girlfriend or a boyfriend, whatever you got. If I was you, you had to have it. First time you fuck, you should really do it with someone your own age. That's a good way of doing it, you see. That way you know if you like it or not. That way you're going to know if you like it or not. I mean, if you're a boy and you think you might like boys, have sex with one of your mates. Test it out, Test drive your willy. That's always good. It's always a good idea. I was very lucky. But I mean, if I was you, when you're about 13, 14, 15, whatever, or when you get hard, you'll know when the time is right. When you get hard on and spunk is coming out in your bed or whatever. Actually, that doesn't mean you know you're ready for sex. But if I was you, I'd sort of like start off with someone your own age, maybe a friend, close friend or whatever. And then experiment, I'm just going to start, and then, if you like it or not, you can go for whoever you want, sort of thing, I'd say. But I mean, the fact is, you can't really have gay sex without bollocks, and you can't really drink spunk without spunk. You can't suck, well, you can suck cock. Well, you can't really suck a limp cock, can you? You can't really suck a limp cock. There's nothing there to suck, you've got to sort of just get it back in the mouth. It's got to be hard. It's got to be really hard, doesn't it? A cock has to be really hard before you can suck it, really. So there's no point even attempting to suck a limp dick, is there? Anyway, yeah. But anyway, Jews go through adulthood. They become an adult when they're 13 or 14. That's when they, take responsibility for their own life. It's when they start smoking, usually. It's when they start smoking and drinking and having sex with their girlfriends or boyfriends or whatever. Or the dog, whichever you got, Actually, the first time I ever came, I was 14. I've told maybe on this before. The first time I ever came, first time I ever had spunk come out in Willie, was I was on holiday with my best mate Andy, I won't tell you his surname, I used to call him the Doc, But I mean, we were on holiday together in Bournemouth or somewhere like that, and he asked me if and he had a bed, head to head sort of thing, and he asked me, I heard noise like wank wank, someone going, I said, what are you doing? He said, I'm having a wank, and I says, do you wank? And I said, yeah. Then Andy said, do you come? I was 14, so it was about 1980, was it 1980? 1966, 76. Yeah, it was about 1980. 1980, I was 14 years old, it was 1980. I was on holiday with my best mate Andy. Anyway, head to head sort of in the bed. And I said, what are you doing? He says, I'm having a wank. I says, yeah. Oh, do you wank? He says, yeah. He says, do you come? I says, what do you mean? He says, do you come? I said, what do you mean? He says, do you want me to show you? So we lay down on the floor, me and Andy, right? We were both 14, actually. So I lost we were both, true story. We were both 14, me and Andy. And he was wanking me off and wanking and wanking and wanking me for about an hour or so, half an hour, I don't know, it seemed like a long time. And I said, I think I've got to go to the toilet. And he says, no, you don't. I said, yeah, I do. I think really you need to go. He says, relax. And then I had this explosion in my cock, really big explosion in my cock, and all this white stuff, all this fucking spunk just poured out of my fucking cock. And that was the first time I ever had sex, actually. It was. I was 14 years old when I first had gay sex. With my best mate Andy. And we were still best mates, actually. We're 50 this year, actually, Andy and me. So we're both 50 this year. And we're still in contact occasionally. I don't know his new phone number. You're going to have to phone me, Andy, by the way. Andy, you're going to have to phone me, man. I think I haven't got your phone number. Either that or you've got a bit of a communication problem in that village of yours. So yeah, no, I mean, that's how I lost my virginity anyway. So I'm saying, do what you want. Just don't hurt nobody and leave the kids alone. Let the kids have their fucking childhood, man. Let the fucking kids have their fucking childhood and don't touch the kids. And in fact, by the way, I was talking about something. They're cutting the hands off children in these Arab countries, but I don't believe in cutting the hands off limbs. I think it's sick, fucking sick if you cut the hands of children. I made another move about that. I'm saying, if someone steals from me, I do believe in justice. And I do think you have to have justice. And I think if someone ever steals from me, if someone ever steals from me, I will break their arm. Not cut off their arm. I wouldn't cut off anyone's arm. Yeah, ally, you might say. Yes, I am. God, I'm all the gods, Well, the famous ones, All right. I don't believe in violence. I do if necessary. In fact, I quite enjoy it quite a lot, actually. But I don't believe in cutting arms off people, especially anyone. Actually, I don't believe in. I think you should stop cutting heads off people, because if you cut someone's head off, they can't think much, can they? They're dead. If you cut someone's head off, they can't really think very much because they're dead. If you cut someone's arm off, they can't really do much because they've only got one arm. Cut someone's hand off, they can't fucking lift a finger, can they? In fact, I do know one bloke with one hand who does a lot of fucking work, I tell you that. How we killed. He lost his hand to cancer, he lost his right hand to cancer, man. Still works on the fucking market, and he's still a fucking running about like a madhouse. Fucking cool dude, nice bloke actually, very nice bloke. Unfortunately lost his hand to cancer or something like that. But he still works on the fucking market. He still lifts a finger. I think he does a lot of charity work as well, actually. I know he's working for some youth group. I think he's working for some youth group, Kieran is. Poor guy lost his right fucking hand. Kieran, that's in Hatfield, right? He lost his right fucking hand, right? He still does fucking youth work, and he still works at, he does charity work and works in the market sometimes as well. Fucking amazing guy, fucking amazing. But they're still cutting the hands off children in Iraq. And this is fucking sick. You should never hurt a child. In fact, no matter what he does. Well, you could smack him across the head, mate. Well, sort of clip around the ear. In fact, a clip around the ear always works for me. If I swore at my mum once, I said fuck off to my mum once when she was doing the ironing. And my dad clipped me around the ear. Literally just clipped around the ear. Only time he ever did that. He only did it once. Only ever did that once. That's when I said fuck to my mum, fuck off to my mum or something like that. And my dad clipped me around the ear like that. Just a quick smack. Just one quick smack. Just like that. Just one smack across the ear. I never swore to my mum again. Said I never ever swore to my mum ever again. I learnt my lesson from a clip around the ear. But anyway, I think if someone steals from me, you should just break their arm. If someone steals from you, break their arm. Don't cut off their arm. Break their arm, so that it'll be in plaster for about a month, and that way they should learn their lesson, you see, and then they'll be able to after 1 month. If you break the arm, after 1 month they'll be able to use the arm again. But I think if someone steals from me, I should break their arm. I do think that's justice. If someone steals from me, I'll break their arm, and if someone attacks me, I will kill them, if necessary. Swear to God. Someone attacks me, I will fight to the death. I've had a few fights in my time. Haven't lost any, really, at all. But if you want to fight me, I will fight to the death. Okay? Okay. What are we going to call this film? I'm just saying, a bit of justice in the world wouldn't go amiss. Justice, that's right. But I think if someone steals from me, I'll break their fucking arm. I think that's only fair.